Well, there are many ways, but I would like to speak from personal experience. As you know, recently Merle was in the hospital diagnosed with COVID, and he spent 15 days in the hospital. Of those 15, 5 were in ICU. And it was really a hard time by not being able to go to the hospital and see him. And, you know, when you can see things for yourself, it's a lot easier if you feel like you can be there and do something, even if there's nothing you can do but be there. But it was tough, having to rely on somebody to contact you if they did at all for several days. Well, a couple of days. I didn't hear anything from anybody, and had he not had a cell phone with him, I was able to get a cell phone to him and a charger, and so we were able to communicate that way. But of course, trying to rely on what he could remember that the doctor told him or anything, I just wanted to hear it for myself from the horse's mouth, so to speak. And it was difficult, you know, not being there. And he went in just before Thanksgiving. On Tuesday, December 1st, the doctor, he had been moved to ICU Monday. And on Tuesday, the doctor contacted me and said, and to use his words, Merle was in a touch and go situation. His oxygen level was really bad. He was on 100% oxygen, and he had other issues going on at that time. And so after we hung up, I contacted Pastor Lane and a prayer chain coordinator and other folks, you know, asking them to please be praying that Merle needed a miracle. And the next day, which was Wednesday, when Dr. Green called, he stated, and this is, again, is his words, "It's a great day." And I knew when he said that there had been a change. And on Tuesday, the day before, the doctor had told me that there needed to be a drastic change within 24 to 48 hours. So when he called on Wednesday and said, "This is a great day," he told me that Merle was still on 100% oxygen. However, he was looking better, he was talking better, he was eating better, and that he was encouraged. And I told the doctor, I said, well, there's been a lot of prayer going up for him. And I said, we've been praying for you and your staff as well. So then another situation was the Sunday after Thanksgiving. I think I was having a panic attack. It was on Sunday morning, and it was just about time for church to start. And Merle and I had been communicating by phone each morning, and I would ask him how, you know, things had gone and everything. And but that morning I could not get up with him. I tried his room phone, I tried his cell phone, I called the nurse's station, couldn't get up with anybody other than a person who transferred me to his nurse, got a voicemail, never got any calls back. And I was just in a panic. And I didn't know if he'd been moved somewhere else or what. And so again, I contacted the pastor and some others at church a text and asked them to be praying that I could get up with Merle and find out what was going on, if he was okay. After church that day, one of our members called me and said that he would try to see what he could do. So after a few minutes, he called me back. He had actually gotten up with Merle and spoke to him, said he was okay, and Merle was going to contact me. So that, gave me a lot of relief there. So that was the way that individual showed love and concern to me by kind of taking that burden off of me and trying his hand at getting up with Merle. And then the funny part was, well, I guess not really funny, but I thought to myself, well, Merle answered his calls and answered mine, but he didn't have any idea who was calling on his room phone. So I don't know what the situation was, but God had a purpose in it, I'm sure. And but it all worked out. And then, there were so many people who sent cards, made phone calls, text messages to me and Merle as well. And in fact, we even had some that even called him in ICU and prayed with him, sang to him, and then it was just the words of encouragement that different ones gave him as well as myself, and scripture verses, to encourage and lift us up. And that really shows love and concern for someone else, and allowing God to use you in that manner. I really believe that the prayers of our church family and other folks that were praying from coast to coast, literally, is why Merle is here today. I believe he's a miracle, because I really and truly believe, had it not been for God's intervention, that he would not be with me. And there are many ways we can show love and concern for others, and as the mission of the church, to do that, anytime that anyone gives to the food pantry, prepares food for hospice, Meals on Wheels, does anything for Teacher Appreciation Day, back to school supplies, Operation Christmas Child, filling the shoe boxes. Any number of ways we can express love and concern for others. And I just want to commend everyone for what you do for God, what you do for God and for others.